Good morning. In the last few days, I was thinking about the time I lived in Australia. So that was a magical time. It was absolutely one of the best time in my life. It was like everything was preparing me to move to Australia. It all started with those first synchronicity that I told about many times with this friend from high school that I met in Madrid for New Year Eve. This few years before leaving, and then the same guy I met again in Amsterdam, always for New Year, like New Year time, and a year later I met in town after not seeing him for basically all year, just to find out that he was in Australia and worked for a farmer that turns out to be my uncle, an uncle that I did not know to have, an uncle that then was the reason why I ended up living in this hostel in Bundaberg, and that's where I met a woman that basically made me take a different path in life, that it became then the best path of my life. So there was all those dots connecting to each other, leading me to go to Australia, met Kaori, and change completely, would say easily, my existence. Now, Australia, the time I spent in Australia was absolutely the most beautiful time of my life. I was in such a state of bliss. Every day was a new day. Every new encounter was unique and meaningful, and I was happy. I never been that happy ever. Now, we could think that you can think many reasons. We could think that we could think that the reason was because everything was perfect, everything was aligned in the right way. We could think because everything was new. There is many reasons why we could give a reason why it was such a happy time. But I know now why. I know why it was happy, because unconsciously I was consistently living in the now. There was not a reason to do it. Like I did not know the concept of living in the present moment, and I didn't have any of those spiritual beliefs that I have now. Simply because, yes, true, because everything was new, and like it was such a new experience. I didn't have to think about anything except myself and enjoying the time there. So all those factors was playing this important role, that was the one that where all I have to do was to just enjoy every single minute of my staying there. Now, looking back, I understand fully why was the most important time of my life, because I was constantly in the now. There was no thoughts about the past. There was no thoughts about the future. Yeah, at the time, obviously, I left the past behind, so I wasn't worried anymore. And being young, I thought I had so much time in front of me. So anyway, there was all those right circumstances, but because of those right circumstances, I was able to be literally in that single moment, like fully experiencing it. And in what I got from that was peace, was simply peace, and it was and happiness and joy and contentment. So now I know that it was because I was literally just in the present. I was literally just every single second in that present moment. So everything would feel amplified, like the feeling would be amplified. You know, any moment of happiness was amplified. Every corner was like something amazing. Every new person or every new part of Sydney where I was at the time, or any new town visited in my travelings, were like something of some unique amazingness. You know, like it was like when I was a kid, where everything was new and everything was like wow. But that's why it was such a beautiful time, because of that right circumstances, I was interacting with life like when I was a kid. Now, as you know, I don't believe in the so-called coincidences, and the so-called right circumstances were not random to me. So they were all, I would say, dots that led me to this moment, where I'm sharing, obviously, that experience and the reason of that experience with whoever is listening this video. And the reason is to help other people with my own experiences living in the present moment, and explaining why all those beautiful memories were simply because there was no past and future. There was just that precise moment where I was just basically most of the time fully present in the moment, with only one thought in my head, experiencing the now. And that's why I know now why it was such a wonderful time, why that journey from Sydney through Griffith, the whole trip to Byron Bay to Bundaberg, where then I met this, for me will be always forever, my guardian angel, Kaori, from Bundaberg to Perth, and then from Perth to Auckland. It was all that moments were truly beautiful. And there's something that I've been able, now that I have those tools and understood how those tools works, it's some reason why sometimes I feel exactly the same as I felt back then. Obviously, now it's different. Obviously, at the time, there was there was a naive simplicity. There was obviously um, like how can I say, unaware. I was unaware of a society issue or the, I would say, existence questions that I have now. So I would say now there are other factors playing between me and try to be in the now, but the difference is that now I know I can get to the state often, sometimes not that often, sometimes I can't, but I now know how it works to feel what I felt. So I have the tool, and I now know how to try to reach the state, because I'm conscious that that's the only way that I can enjoy anywhere, just being fully present. So obviously, there are thoughts and situations that make it sometimes challenging, but obviously those, like this new understanding of what I think as an understanding about life and society, it helped me to change and improve, and to keep trying to improve and become better. So they are welcome. They're painful, no one denied, but they're welcome, because are like life situations that are helping me to become something better. But I learning as well how to navigate through those thoughts, and how to learn how to shield myself from I like to call it now the illusion of what we think is the reality. So I can go back in the state of bliss that is the right moment. And when that happened, it's beautiful, as when I was in Australia. And there is no other way. It's really in this temporary journey that is our life. It's the only way. There is no other way we can enjoy fully life. There isn't. It can only be being really focused in everything is happening right now, keeping our mindset fully present in the moment, and you will see how every colors become brighter, every scenery and landscape becomes beautifully unique, and beautiful memories to tell and remember. And when you are, this is based on my own experiences, when you are fully in the now, reaching the state of peace, you do attract every other situation that will help you to stay in the state and to have wonderful memories, because that state, being in the now, it does really elevate your inner frequency, your inner energies, that as a result gives you more beautiful beautiful moments to remember. Because higher the energies and greater the life experiences you're gonna live and experience.